afternoon, folks. How are we today? And today I'm gonna walk around my car and show you what do I have, how I set up. I just changed my setup again because I'm planning to doing a trip to Alice Spring like sometime next year, early next year. So I got the car set up, and I'm not planning to sleep in the car, so I set it differently. Let me walk through my car and show you what it is and why I like this car so much. I like this car, and I've been thinking about to get a 4x4, but to me, I found this one is comfortable to drive, and it served me well, put it that way. Okay, first start. What we have here, this is 2005 Holden Commodore station wagon. This VZ model is alloy text engine in it, and I think it's one of the best model. So I have done a lot of trip with this car. I have driven everywhere, and I did a lot of outback driving with this car here, and not once the car let me down. Finger crossed, I hopefully keep it that way. And like I said, this car is a 2005 model. This is the last trip I went to Bubara, like where if you know the Cameron Corner, where the three state merge between New South Wales, I think it's South Australia, and Queensland border. Anyway, so this car is a VZ model, and it's done 375,000 k on the car at the moment, and it's still going strong. And what have I done to the engine is I got it kind of like a not rebuild, but I get it like fresh, clean, and I get the carbon done. I got the new head gasket, I got new timing belt, I got everything like pretty much overhauled, the whole like the model, what it need to be done to keep the car like reliable. So like I said, like this car I have like almost 400,000 k on the car, and it's done a lot of like a rough terrain. Like I went off-road, like back road, dirt road, everything, like whatever I can. Any place that I try to avoid is somewhere it got sand and mud, because you see how low the car is, and it wouldn't survive in the mud. And I did take the car off-road. So first of all, let me show you what I have inside. The front is as you can see, I got a CB here, like just in case, like when I'm out there, and it's I got no phone signal. So if something ever happens, so I can use the CB to get in touch with whoever if possible. And I got a few phone holder. This the one like linked to the USB here, so like it's charging at the same time, and keep my phone going. As you can see here, I want to show you, get closer. I don't know if you can read it, but let me zoom in. It says 374,152 kilometers on the clock right now. As I said, is she pretty old, but she very reliable, put it that way. And I love the car. I love the space of the car. I love how comfortable it is. And anyway, just carry on. So what I have here, I got my because the car comes with one cigarette socket thing, but I need to like run a few devices here, so I have to bought this extra one here to put it here. And then what I did, I actually use the heat glue to glue the thing and attach to the where I hardly use this thing here. whatever you call compartment. And I got like for my GoPro attachment there, and then there's just some non-slip thing just up at the front there. And I also have as we all, I think a lot of people do have now, is like a dash cam that just in case anything ever happen, you know, like for your insurance thing. Okay, and I got my another GoPro hanging here, but at the moment I use, what I'm filming now is I'm using DJI Action 3. I just bought it recently, and I think it's good. Like, I mean, for what I pay for this adventure combo, and it comes with everything, you know, instead of like, I have a GoPro 10, and I thought about getting GoPro 11, but I don't see the difference. And plus, like, just the GoPro itself is cost like nearly $700-800. Then you have to buy, you know, accessory to go with it, so it's pretty costly. And my Ted, he's still there. William not here today. Okay, just move on. And so what I did, I attached the thing to the side instead of on the dash here, because or on the windscreen, because it's like obstructing my the vision. So what I did, I actually attached to the side here on the passenger side, but the passenger side still got plenty of leg room, so that's not a problem. So this one pretty much like for the driver, and then you can turn this one for the passenger, like, you know, if my wife, she want to use it, then she can use it, you know, like, instead of we battle for the charger. So anyway, all right, let's move on to the back. Let's see what have I done. Okay, at the moment I got a bit of stuff in here, like all my tools and all that's in here, and that's at the back of the van, or at the wagon. So let me walk you through that. Alright, so basically pretty much similar for what I have at very first time that I set up the wagon. I still have a fan right there, still got the light there, so it's worked well. This light is so bright at night, I just sometimes I don't even use it because it's too bright. And I still got like extra adapter for, you know, USB and all that kind of thing. And okay, move on. And because of my batteries on the other side, so I have to run that cable across there. And this that my first battery with all the control, and then I got another one down the bottom there, so I use dual battery because I can run more time with the fridge, so I don't have to worry about, you know, like I got no power when I go off grid. And on the side here I got the fire extinguisher, you know, toilet rolls, and the hand sanitizer. Just keep my hand clean all the time when you're touching some different stuff. Alright, what I did here, I strapped this thing, because I have a little stool or the chair. Instead of I leave it here, I just put it there. Alright, let me get the fridge out, and then I also want to show you, I got a level, like the, what do you call, like the water level thing here. So when I park the car somewhere, I know like which way it's leaning. So like when you go camp, and then you say, if I plan to sleep in the car, then I know which side of the car that I should level it up. So it's pretty handy, you know, like I can't remember where I got it from, but it's helpful. Okay, so that's my main battery right there. I connect my solar panel, like I got this battery here and another one down the bottom there, I will show you in a minute. And they all these two battery actually link up with the solar panel, so it got nothing to do with my car battery at the front there, so I don't have to worry about it's gonna drain my battery out and I can't start the car. So nothing like that. All right, so this pretty much like, so what this bench does is like I when I build this one here, I can store more stuff in it, like, you know, instead of I leave, like, you know, like what I did in the past is I built the box like one side, so I leave the fridge on top and then I can lay down in the car on this side. But now because of I have a few tents and I feel like I want to you know, like spend more time like outside the car, so that's why I built this one here. And I got a little wedge there, just stop the thing from knocking. And what I have in here, like, this is my storage. I got like it's called collapsible crate. So I got a few in there, like with all my camping stuff, you know, like you name it, like pot, pans, cooking, even my clothes is in it, like they all in there. Like it's fit about like what I have, 1 2 3 4 5 6, I got about 6 crates inside here, plus whatever the bag, 2 bags that I have here. So I can store more stuff and it's look more nice and neat, and the stuff not flying around. And then when I stop somewhere or I need to use something, it's easy, it's more organized to be able to, you know, like get it out and use it. You know, like before I have to put it, like lay it on the floor here, and then it's just everywhere. But that's why I prefer to build this one here, and it didn't cost me much to build it, you know, like it just I have my own timber and my old carpet, so cost me to nothing actually. Like I didn't spend a cent on anything here. So I mean, if you want to build one, is the wood is more costly than anything else, I think. Depend like how you like it, how you want to set it up. Let me walk you through the front, the back seat here. Okay, I always have my backpack here because I do a lot of hiking, and I always have one. And like in Australia here, we have a crazy weather at the moment, so I always carry like my jumper, you know, 24/7, 12 months a year, you know, because you never know when it's gonna get cold, when it's gonna get hot. Alright, so this is what my setup look like. Okay, so like I said, I got the battery right there, and then I got one here. So this both link up together to run my everything in the car, and it lasts a few days without charging with the solar. But usually when I drive the car, and then I normally have the, like during the day if I got nothing to go on the roof, like on the basket here, I will have my solar keep charging the battery. And with that battery box, it will shut down when it's like will automatic cut off when the battery is like 100% top up. So I'm not worried about that, so that's good. Alright, show you on this side. Let me move a few things and then we have a look. Oh, okay. Actually, it's okay. Like I say, like I can access into my basket, like from that end or this end. So like say, I basically keep my clothes here, like all my winter clothes, jumper. Because last time I went camping and it was warm during the day, and then all of a sudden it's bloody burning at night. I mean, like it's freezing at night. And luckily that I have my spare clothes, like always keep my winter clothes in the car. All right. And one thing I want to mention is actually this Commodore here, the back seat is quite large. I tell you, it's pretty big. Actually, I can actually lay down in here. If I have to say, if I drive somewhere, long distance drive, and I need to sleep in the car, you know, just like without put a tent out, or like it's not suitable area or something that I can camp, so I can actually sleep in the car. You know, like, and the back seat is quite big because like the Commodore's got quite big room here. And I'm not a tall person, so it's okay. Like I can't straight my leg all the way. You know, when the door closes, I can't actually like, but I can sleep. I mean, like that. You know, or even I put my leg up somewhere. You know, like, I mean, still be able to sleep in the car. Because I mean, like I say, it's quite big here. Inside at the back is quite large. I mean, between this gap here is quite big. So yeah, this is what how I did to what I did to the car. Get ready to travel like early next year, heading to Alice Spring, like I said, and see what happened. All right, and what I have here is this the handy is the net that go between. You hook it between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and then you hook down the bottom there, and you just chuck all the stuff in here. Like I usually keep my map, paperwork, whatever. Like it's easy for me to find when you know, I'm on the road. And see this piece here, this come in very handy here. Before, when like I bought this off, I can't remember, like Wish or eBay or some crap like that, and they give you a rope to go from one end to another end. And I find it's sagging, you know, like sag is no good. Like if you try to lay down in the car and then you turn the light on or something, people can spot you from outside. They can see the light. They can see the light, you know. So what I did, I used this piece of the steel rod, and I just hook it into the edge of the side there, as you can see. Okay, without drilling the hole or damage the car. And then I just pull this across here. It's actually it's 2 pieces of curtain here, like it can block out very good. And yeah, we covered the whole lot. And then what I did, I tied this one to the side here, so it actually covered the whole thing here. Like I do it both sides. In the middle is got the Velcro, so it's attached to each other. It's a good block out. Like I did that when I go and when I travel down to Victoria last time, and I sleep in the car. So yeah, the Commodore is look, I like to say when I was younger, and I don't trust Commodore at all because it's not my kind of car, and I'm a bit worried because it's got large engine, and it seems to like take a lot of petrol, and it doesn't seem like reliable to me, you know, until I driven all different cars, you know, like all different station wagon, 4-wheel drive, and kind of like that sort of car. And then I bought this car cheap of someone, and I fall in love with it. Actually, I took it to mechanic first time when I got the car, and then like he says, oh, there's nothing wrong. I say, oh no, I just want to service the car. I want to get the car, like, you know, like what do you call, like serve it up and make sure the car good and reliable because I want to travel. And the mechanic told me like this car can run forever if you take care of it, if you look after it. And so I didn't believe at first. So I used the car running around the house, go shopping, you know, do a bit like the trip around in this area, like up to Central Coast, that sort of thing, like not too far. And the car was running so well, like I mean, it's so smooth. Like I mentioned earlier of the video that I got the car like kind of like big service, you know, like get everything changed, no oil leak whatsoever now, like 3 years now I think since I get that thing done. And the car's still running smooth and very powerful car, this one. I tell you, every time I put my foot down, and I'm worried I'm gonna lose my license because it can be aggressive, this car. Even I carry a lot of stuff in the car, you know. But anyway, this is the reason why I like the Wagon, like especially for Commodore. Like I have the Subaru Outback before, and I found it's kind of not big enough for me. Like, I look, I have driving a few cars, and with the wagon, the reason I like the wagon because it's drive like a car, and it got plenty of room, and especially this one got plenty of power. Okay, and I use my car in kind of different purpose. Like sometimes I use it for work, like I carry a lot of tools, or sometimes I use it for travel. I just you know pack my stuff and chuck it in there. Like it's got so much room in the car. Okay, guys. So this is the 2005 Holden Commodore VZ. This model is a VTEC alloy. I think it's a 3.6 V6, something like that. I'm not sure, can't remember. And so far so good. So I'm gonna take this car to Alice Spring early next year, maybe the end of February or March, depends. And I hopefully I make it there. If not, then we know. But finger crossed, this car never haven't let me down once, so I hope it's I will make it there and back. Alright guys, you guys have a good days, and look, for anyone who planning to do a trip and planning to like you don't know what you want to do. I mean, like maybe you have a certain car. It depends how you set up, depend how you like it. Like for me, people, like I have a comment on my video that they say, oh, you're kind of high enough to put the awning tent, like the awning, and like whatever. But I tell you, I use the awning or like every time I go camping, so I chuck my swag under the awning. And also the awning, you can adjust the height if you want to. Like I got the roof basket, that's why I extend my my awning instead of on the roof rack. I put my awning on the roof basket, so that give it a high point. And I'm not a tall person, so like it's fun for me, and then most of the time I go camp out, I like before I sleep in the car, I just a wagon person, like a camp, what do you call, wagon camper. I sleep in the car a lot. Okay, but recently I actually use the tent. Like I use the awning tent or the awning hub. Sometimes I use a swag, depend. Like if I do like say 5-day trip, and I have to find, like if I have like on the way there, on along the way, I have to sleep on the side of the road or something, like I find a little like rest stop or something. I just put the awning out and then I just chuck my swag underneath. I don't worry about the rain because the awning will protect from the weather. And when I get to campsite, I want to set up, for a few days or something, and then I just decide what I want to use. I want to use the hub or I want to use the awning tent. Like depend how the tent, the campsite look like, and depend how I feel that I want to get it set up. So look, if you plan to get like to do your car up, I suggest just go for it. Try to do it yourself, and then try it out a few times, and then you will realize, you will know what do you need, like how do you want it done. Because like believe me, I have changing my setup so many times, because every time you go camping is not always the same. Like every place I go, and it's require different setup. Okay, but I'm not saying you have to change your car every time when you want to go somewhere. But what I'm saying is like for myself, when I go, like say when I do the long trip, like I said, if sometime I have to sleep on the side of the road, I will sleep in the car if it's not suitable for me to put the swag down, like on the side of the road. So I sleep in the car. Like I said, this car I can change the setup just like that. And then I more enjoy to spend the time like outside the car, on the ground. So I like to sleep in the tent. And but I still like the wagon look, and I still like I still like the I still be able, if I have to, I will sleep in the car, which is you can't do it in sedan. So that's why I like the wagon, especially the Commodore. I told you is so big, like the room is so big. I know a lot of people have a Commodore out there, and they know. Okay. Anyway, guys, you have a good one, and Merry Christmas, and hopefully I get to travel next year, and I see you guys next year. Okay, see ya.